stop boosting post. So this one gonna be a real good one. A real good one. So here's how most companies in the region, not just in Trinidad, but in Jamaica, Dominica, across the board, right? Barbados. Here's how most of them run their funnel. They boost the post, which is like the blue button. Okay. The call to action is send message or visit profile, right? So when someone clicks on the ad, they send them to their IG profile or WhatsApp, right? Whatever that is. Now, before I show you what to do, I need you to understand the principles behind it, right? And here's what tends to happen. This is what we call the slavery flywheel of Caribbean business owners. When you click that blue button and you optimize for messages, because that's what you're doing, you get mostly unqualified leads, right? That are just wasting your time and ad spend. You convert like 1 or 2 out of every 100 messages that you get, right? Which is not efficient at all. Like, why would I want to speak to 100 persons in order for me to get like 1 sale? Okay, right? And then you end up wasting your team's time following up with these window shoppers, and you end up struggling to scale. And I'm sure long ago it used to work, but now you've realized that it has become less efficient, right? And now you're making decisions based on guesswork and not data. You start blaming, oh, it's because of the competition, or Meta is out to get me and it's getting more expensive, blah, 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 right? But that's not true, right? It's because you're in the slavery flywheel, right? You're in the slavery flywheel, right? Now, let me explain this. I'm sure if you stumble across this video, most likely you've seen my ads, right? And you've seen some of the comments, and I purposefully screenshotted it and I have it here, right? You see some people say, hey, like his posts are boosted, but you're telling us not to boost. LMAO, mad people, right? Then we have Anthony. He was like, but you boosted your post though, right? And then, well, I commented, and then I was like, lol, this isn't boosted spa. By the way, spa is Patois. It means friend in Patois. It's like broken up French, right? Anyway, so I told them this is an ad. All boosted posts are ads, but not all ads are boosted posts. And then a guy called Lorenzo came in. He's like, Andel, it's funny how people who don't seem to understand this always commenting on the ads. So, if you're watching this video, firstly, I want to congratulate you for making it this far. One, and what you're about to learn here, and in a lot of my ads going forward as well, depending on when we're seeing it wearing off on the returns, if it's at a dip, you're gonna see a lot of controversy, right? And most people, they think they're smart, but they're just uneducated, right? But don't worry, Batman is here to save the day, as I say. So let me explain to you actually what is an ad, what is a boosted post, what to do instead, right? So let me explain. There's a common misconception that running an ad is the same as boosting a post. You know the blue button, right? While all boosted posts are ads, not all ads are boosted posts. Let me go more in depth for you, right? So people often think that when they see sponsored on an ad, right, it's a boosted post. Where in reality, sponsored simply means it's an ad. Yes, you paid for it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a boosted post. So let me see if I could explain it again. So when you click in that blue button, it's a form of an ad, but it doesn't mean that all ads the source of it was that blue button. There's a bunch of other things that you could do, about a bunch of other tools that you could use to run ads. That's not a boosted post. It's not the same. Oh, shit. Sorry. It's not the same thing. I have a cut here because I've been boxing. I'm preparing for my second kickboxing fight in September. By the way, come out and support. It's featured by Rabs, RABZ, September 20th. Anyway, shameless plug. That aside, it's not the same thing, right? So, and I've been saying it since 2019. Like if you go on my profile, my original one, I'm saying like, hey, do not boost posts. And even back then, it sparked a lot of controversy, but I guess we're just so far behind in learning, right? And what's actually happening is that you are actually optimizing for messages. So what's happening is that when these people are messaging you, the algorithm is seeing that, hey, these people are messaging you. Therefore, it must be the type of ideal customer that you want. So let me show it to more of these individuals, aka the brokies. It's gonna show more to the brokies, the one who waste your time, the one who's very annoying, the ones who call your phone 12 o'clock in the morning for research time questions that the answer was already in the ad or in the chat earlier, right? So you're messing up your ad account, messing up your pixel if you even have one, right? And you're messing up your own algorithm for every time that you run ads, right? So you're just feeding your baby junk food, and it's just sluggish. It just can't move. It can't. It's like, well, why isn't, you get diabetes. You get, you just end up bad. But it's not your fault though. You just didn't know, right? But as I said, Batman is here to save the day. And one of the ways, which shameless, what we do here too, is what we call algorithm optimization. Basically what we do is that we identify your most profitable customers, the ones who pay you the most money, by the way. Not everybody, everybody that say that we serve everybody. No, the ones who pay you the most money. I'm sure like 80% of your revenue comes from like the top 20% of customers. You take those customers, right, we take their data and stuff, and we do what we call algorithm optimization. And we help you find 5 to 50 people every single day who are interested in your offer, right? If you want to see more about this, look at my last video on my YouTube channel that shows you ultimately, basically, how to add an extra 30K USD a month to your bottom line within 90 days, right? I walk you through every single thing A to Z, right? Have a look at it. Shameless plug. No, all honesty too, Facebook is kind of eating your money here. So it's like they're giving you enough sales for you to like, okay, spend more money with us. Dangle the fish for you. Take a bite, I get a fish, but let me just throw more line. That is you. Like a bait. Let me just throw more line. This is the bait and this is the fish. The fish and the bait. Like, reaching close, you get a little bite and then they pull again. You go in again, take a bite, pull again. But they're not feeding you, so you're always coming back for more. Right? And that is, again, the slavery flywheel. I've honestly rather that you survive more on referrals than this, because it's horrible. Now, here's what you should do. If you don't know already, because this video, again, is the alternative to boosting the post. What I need you to do is that I need you to open your tab right now. It's just 3 simple steps. I need you to go to www.facebook.com/ads manager. Okay? Or if you already have like a business suite, click on Ads Manager. I took a screenshot for you, right? You may need to enter some information, like, your account name, your company name, whatever. It just enter it out. It's very, very simple. And you're going to end up onto our page. In the top right-hand corner, you will see Create. Click on that green button, right? And you will see this come up. And I mentioned here, choose the campaign that aligns with your goals. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 different campaign objectives. Meaning, what does that mean? What is the outcome that you want from these ads, from your campaign? What's actually happening when you boost the post? By default, you're optimizing for engagement. So what's gonna happen is that you get tons of likes, tons of views, right? But nobody actually converting. And as you know, views and likes does not pay the damn bills. My rent or whatever, your daughter's swimming lessons, your staff. Flow and Digicel don't accept views and likes as a form of payment, right? And that's all you're gonna get. You might get like 1 or 2 sales, as I said from before. You might be doing well, right? But if you want to take things to another level, okay, this is foundationally what you do. All right. Now let me show you more. It's 6. It's a lot to go through, but let me kind of, when you click on it, as you can see, engagement, get more messages, purchases, through messaging, video views, engagement, likes, all that stuff. You get all that from there. Then you have stuff like awareness. Show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. That's reach, brand views. And if you want more traffic, if you have a landing page, Instagram, if you have an app as well, if you want to optimize for more app installs, right? Then you have leads, okay? Collect leads, name, email, and phone number, qualify them for your prospects. And then the last lead, which is the greatest one, sales. Find people likely to purchase your product or service. And you optimize for conversions. Simple. The algorithm will find more people who are more likely to buy your product and service by default. Right? Obviously, once you have a good offer in place. If you sell nonsense, it's not going to work. Right? The top two that I recommend that you use are leads and sales. We use both of them, especially for all our clients. Works every single time. But again, it depends on what your goal is. Right? If you just want to drive as much traffic and awareness as much as possible, there's other options there for you as well. Right? Now, what are some of the outcomes from this? Right? So I guess there's a lot, but I guess kind of like wrote down 3. You can create stuff such as create dark posts from custom audiences. So like, what does that mean? If you see in some of my ads, if you click on my profile, you don't see the ads. When you boost the post, you're actually promoting a post that is already on your profile. Whereas a dark post, you can run an ad that's not on your profile. So for example, one of my clients has over like 4 million followers or so. So certain sponsorships or deals or whatever, she doesn't want her followers to see. So we just exclude her following, right? And show everybody else. And show it to everybody else. And it's not showing on her page. It's just running in the background. And again, we track all data and everything. Which brings me to advanced tracking systems. What do I mean? So for example, like for one of my our e-com clients, as you can see here, we get to see like, hey, how much we spent, how much we made back. You spend 9K, brought that back over 146K. A 15.92 ROI. By the way, these numbers are account numbers, as you know. They charge you in USD. These are all USD numbers. You see, okay, how much you spend on ads, ROI. Boom. There's a lot more into the funnel, but I'm just showing you the end result. Okay? And then obviously you have detailed analytics and reporting. What's the, most of your sales or your leads, your top performers, what platform they come from, what age range they come from, what locations, probably specific districts in your area, well, in your country, right, or your region, right? All this information you could find in the back end there, but obviously you need to know how to use it, right? So that's it, guys. Hope this was helpful. This is why you should not boost the post. So from now on, do not click that boost post, because think about it as, long story short, you're optimizing for likes and views and people to engage with your stuff, rather than buying. That's how the best I could do it, besides optimizing for sales and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I highly recommend that you watch the last video on my YouTube, which shows exactly placing these systems and the infrastructure to help you to add 30K USD a month. I show you everything there. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll leave a link down in the description. Have a good one. Bye.